She said, "Your feelings aren't facts." So I built an AI replica of her personality, fed it our entire relationship history, and let it break up with her on my behalf. She's still arguing with the chatbot. I, 29 male, just ended my 3-year relationship with Sloan, 28, in probably the weirdest way possible. But honestly, after years of being told my emotions don't matter, I figured she'd appreciate the logic of it all. Quick background. Sloan's a data analyst who treats everything like a spreadsheet. Every argument we've ever had ends with her saying, "Your feelings aren't facts," or "That's just your perception, not reality." She literally keeps a shared Google Doc of our relationship metrics, where she tracks everything from how often we have sex to how many minutes I'm late to things. The breaking point came last month. My dad had a mild heart attack. I was obviously freaked out, spent the night at the hospital. When I texted Sloan that I needed some emotional support, she responded with a link to a study about heart attack survival rates and said, "Statistically, he'll be fine, no need to catastrophize." When I got home the next morning, exhausted and scared, she presented me with a PowerPoint about managing medical anxiety through data, complete with graphs. I sat there, watching her click through slides about optimizing hospital visit frequency and cost-benefit analysis of emotional investment, and something just broke. My dad could have died, and she made a pie chart about it. She concluded with, "See, when you look at the facts, there's no logical reason to be upset." That's when I knew I was done. But here's the thing, every time I've tried to break up with her before, she just debates me out of it. Brings up sunk cost fallacy, shows me relationship success statistics, literally pulled out a decision matrix once, and somehow I always ended up staying. The last time I tried, she created a 40-slide presentation called "Why We're Statistically Compatible," complete with scatter plots of our shared interests and a regression analysis of our future earning potential. I sat through 2 hours of this. By the end, I was so mentally exhausted, I just gave up. So I did something petty? Maybe brilliant. Definitely weird. I spent 2 weeks creating an AI chatbot trained on 3 years of our text messages, emails, and that psychotic relationship Google Doc. Fed it her speech patterns, her favorite debate tactics, her go-to phrases, even uploaded her Myers-Briggs results and that personality test she made me take last year. I used one of those AI platforms where you can create custom bots. Nothing fancy, I'm not a programmer. Just uploaded our chat logs, tweaked the personality settings to match her communication style, and programmed it with one core directive. "This relationship is over. Explain why," using her own logic. Then I programmed it to break up with her, using her own logic, with citations. Last Tuesday, I sent her a link and said, "Someone wants to talk to you about us." Then I blocked her on everything and went to stay with my sister. According to my roommate Kai, she's been at it for 5 days, still arguing with the bot, still trying to win. Update 1, holy hell, the entitlement is off the charts. So Kai sent me screenshots of Sloan's Instagram stories. She's been posting about her debate with a weak AI and how she's exposing the flaws in machine learning. She hasn't told anyone it's supposed to be her or that I made it. She's treating it like some sort of intellectual exercise. But here's where it gets wild. She showed up at my sister Nora's apartment yesterday, with printed transcripts. Like 47 pages of her conversations with the bot, annotated with different colored highlighters. Nora recorded the doorbell cam footage. Some highlights. "I need him to fix the algorithm. It's clearly biased against rational discourse. This is intellectual property theft. He trained it on my words without permission. I've identified 17 logical fallacies in its argument structure." She stood there for 20 minutes explaining why the bot was wrong about our relationship being over, to my sister, who wasn't even opening the door. The best part? The bot is apparently doing exactly what I programmed it to do, responding to every emotional plea with, "Your feelings aren't facts," and asking for quantifiable evidence that the relationship should continue. Kai says she's been at her laptop for hours each day. She created a spreadsheet tracking the bot's responses, looking for patterns to hack it. She still hasn't figured out that it's not about winning the argument. Update 2. The entitlement has reached new heights, and I'm genuinely impressed by her commitment to missing the point. So, Sloan started a blog. A whole blog called Defeating Digital Discourse, a case study in AI argument analysis. She's been posting daily breakdowns of her conversations with the bot, treating it like some academic exercise. But here's where it gets absolutely unhinged. She's been contacting AI researchers on LinkedIn, asking them to peer review her findings about the bot's flawed logic. She's already got 3 people engaged in email threads about the theoretical framework of AI decision-making in relationship contexts. One researcher actually reached out to me because she found my LinkedIn through reverse searching some phrases the bot uses. Dr. Keating was like, "Is this your ex? Because this is hilarious and I'm using it in my next conference talk about human-AI interaction." But the real kicker came yesterday. Sloan hired a programmer. Hired. With actual money. This dude, Garrett, messaged me on Discord, found me through my GitHub, asking for the bot's source code because Sloan wants him to build a counterbot to debate my bot. I told him the truth. He asked if he could still take her money. I said go for it. Meanwhile, she's been telling people we're on a break while she solves this puzzle. Her coworker DM'd me asking if I was really making my girlfriend debate a computer to get back together. She's spinning this like it's some elaborate test I set up. Oh, and she started a YouTube channel. Logic versus Love, a digital dialogue. She live streams her arguments with the bot. She has 847 subscribers. The comment section is brutal. People are literally making popcorn emojis and taking bets on how long before she realizes what's happening. My favorite comment, "This is like watching someone play chess against a mirror and blame the mirror for copying their moves." She monetized the channel. She's making $3.5 a month from ads on videos of her arguing with her own personality. The bot, by the way, has been consistently telling her the relationship ended because emotional needs weren't being met. No amount of data can change that decision. Her inability to accept the breakup proves the point. Feelings are, in fact, valid even if they're not quantifiable. She's responded to each point with academic papers. The bot now has a bibliography. But here's the thing that actually got to me. Kai overheard her on a phone call with her mom saying, "I just need to solve this and then everything will go back to normal." Her mom apparently asked, "What if there's nothing to solve? What if he just doesn't want to be with you?" Sloan hung up on her. Update 3. So Sloan's complete refusal to accept reality just cost her basically everything. Remember that blog she started? Well, it went viral on academic Twitter, but not in the way she wanted. Someone figured out that the AI she was debating was literally quoting her own words back at her. The thread breaking it down has 45K retweets. Choice comment, "This woman is literally arguing with herself and losing." Her employer found it. Turns out writing 3,000-word analyses of your breakup during work hours on your work laptop using company software to make graphs. Not great for job security. They didn't fire her, but she got demoted from senior analyst to junior. Her new boss is 24. The YouTube channel got demonetized after someone reported it for misleading content. She appealed it 17 times. But wait, there's more. Garrett, the programmer she hired, felt bad and sent me the counterbot she commissioned. This woman paid $2,000 for an AI designed to defeat my bot. Its entire strategy? Gaslighting. She literally programmed it to tell the original bot its feelings weren't valid. So now there are 2 bots having an endless loop argument while she takes notes. Garrett says she messages him daily with optimization suggestions. She tried to patent the conversation method. I'm not kidding. She filed for a patent on autonomous digital discourse resolution systems. The patent office rejected it with a note that said, "You cannot patent an argument." The worst part? Her friends staged an intervention. Her roommate Yara reached out to me because they're genuinely concerned. Apparently Sloan hasn't been sleeping, barely eating, just debating these bots and writing her academic papers. During the intervention, they tried to explain that she's literally arguing with herself. Her response? She created a PowerPoint about how they were committing an appeal to emotion fallacy and couldn't see the bigger picture of her groundbreaking research. Her friend Bianca recorded part of it. Sloan actually said, "You're all too emotionally invested to see that I'm pioneering a new form of conflict resolution." When I crack this code, it'll revolutionize how we end relationships. Sloan, he already ended the relationship a month ago. That's just one interpretation of the data. She's now lost her promotion at work, about $3,500, programmer, blog hosting, research materials. 3 friendships, they couldn't deal anymore. Her roommate, Yara's moving out. 40 pounds, stress, not eating. Her therapist, quit after Sloan tried to debate her diagnosis. Her gym membership, forgot to go for 2 months arguing with bots. Her spot in a prestigious data science conference, they withdrew her invitation after the Twitter thing. She pitched this as a TED Talk. They sent back a form rejection, and she still hasn't accepted the breakup. Yesterday, she sent out a mass email to our entire friend group with the subject line, "Seeking beta testers for relationship reconciliation algorithm." I'm told it included a 47-page PDF and a link to a survey where people could rate the bot's argument effectiveness. Nobody responded except her cousin, who just wrote back, "Sloan, please go outside." Final update. I genuinely didn't expect this ending, but here we are. Sloan's parents called me. Her dad called me. Dr. Morrison is a philosophy professor, and apparently the apple didn't fall far from the tree, but even he was concerned. They'd driven 12 hours after Yara contacted them about their daughter's academic spiral. Her mom, though? Her mom is a psychiatric nurse. She took one look at the situation and immediately recognized what was happening. Sloan wasn't just being stubborn, she was having a legitimate psychological break triggered by losing control of the narrative. They managed to get her to stop debating the bots by doing the one thing I never thought of. They agreed with her, told her she'd won, and the bots were clearly inferior to her intellect. It was the only way to break the loop. But here's the part that actually made me feel something. Her dad sent me Sloan's journals from college. She's been like this since she was young, turning every human interaction into data because emotions were too unpredictable. Apparently, her high school boyfriend broke up with her via email with bullet points, and she thought it was the most respectful way. She's in outpatient therapy now. Real therapy, not the kind where she tries to optimize her therapist like a database. Her mom updates me occasionally. Not because we're getting back together, we're definitely not, but because she wants me to know that Sloan is finally learning that feelings can be facts too. The bots? I shut them down last week. But according to Garrett, Sloan had already stopped responding to them. Her last message to the bot was just, "I can't quantify why this hurts." That's the closest to an admission of human emotion I've ever seen from her. As for me, I'm dating someone new. Becca's an art teacher who cries at dog videos and has never made a spreadsheet in her life. When I told her about the bot thing, she laughed for 10 minutes straight and then said, "That's the most beautifully petty thing I've ever heard." My dad fully recovered, by the way. Sloan never asked. Sometimes the best revenge isn't watching someone's life fall apart. Sometimes it's forcing them to confront the reality they've been avoiding. Even if it takes 2 AI chatbots and a complete mental breakdown to get there. To everyone saying I went too far. Maybe. But after 3 years of being told my feelings weren't real, I gave her exactly what she always wanted. Pure logic, no emotions, just data. The fact that she couldn't handle her own medicine? That's her data point to analyze. Edit. Since everyone's asking, yes, the bot's code is on GitHub now, with all personal data removed. It's become a weird case study in the AI ethics community. Dr. Keating actually invited me to speak at her conference about human-AI interaction in emotional contexts. I'm going. Becca thinks it's hilarious that I'm now accidentally an expert on AI breakups. Edit 2. Garrett started a company building argument bots for people who want to practice debates. He offered me equity. I declined, but wished him luck. Last I heard, he has venture funding. Only in Silicon Valley would teaching bots to argue be a business model.